Hi everybody, it's Scott with Believers Underground. Now, I've been seeing some troubling reports going down. Henning put one up this morning. I'd suggest you take a look at it. And there's a lot of things going on right now. Now, with post-glacial rebound effect, what people don't understand, there's more to this. Okay, when you have the Earth move off its axis, and it moves, okay? It's kind of take a ball and move it, but you think it's just moving like that, but it can actually, because there's no gravity out there in space, it can actually drifted the Earth like 1,000 miles over, or 10,000 miles over. Who knows? Okay. Like I say, I'm not into the space stuff too much, but with this Comet Elenin, Terry asked me to look into that, so I have. And, you know, you have a lot of near-Earth objects that come by the planet. And now that you're getting these massive quakes off this post-glacial rebound effect, as the top and bottom of the poles are lifting up as this heavy weight comes off, and then goes in your oceans, and the oceans are spreading apart and widening to receive this water. It's sucking these islands down. There's some troubling news for Japan, especially because they have 1/6 of the nuclear power plants there, and they're way behind the times. I was happy to hear that Arkansas's power plants have a 7-day battery backup uh, pack with 2 other devices, and that's smart. This Earth is changing, and she's changing fast. Okay. Now, if we have moved in space to another location, then NASA's uh, numbers of these things coming and potentially missing us by this much or that much have changed. Okay, this changes the game. See, this ice pack melting, which I believe is from nuclear fallout, it's like a heavy metal dome. It's covered it, and all the other pollutions. It's covered your ice pack. It's in the ice cores. So, yeah, we're going to have some super earthquakes, man. They're not going to stop. The Ring of Fire's hot. You got a ton of volcanoes going off. It's only going to get worse from here. But they don't want you, since they treat you like cattle. They don't want you to what's that called? Stampede. Okay, I don't want you to stampede. Nevertheless, we got to look at these nuclear power plants and upgrading them so they can withstand these tsunamis that come in, or earthquakes, so they can get the teams in there to fix them. Okay, I mean, as you got this water leaking into the ocean right now. But if we have moved, and I mean, it just common sense to me. It appears that we have. This could put us in a bad position to receive a meteor, or uh, get closer to a comet or something. This affects a magnetic field. We're already in orbital wobble. The axis has already been shifted some from these last 2 huge mega quakes down there in Chile and Japan, and the Filipino plate. Wow, man, it's all under stress right now. I mean, this is very, very sensitive stuff. Fuji got hit with a 6.4 this morning, and I just love us, man. I care about us, and this information is shock resistance. Now, people will say, hey, man, this person's doing this and this person's saying that and other things, man. Hey, you gotta bring that aside, man. They call them trolls. You know what a troll is? A troll is a plastic thing that's it's a toy for a kid or something, man. It's garbage anyway, made out of oil, which is plastic. You just, man, let's stay focused on what's going on here. Okay, if if you are a Christian and you're trying to lead people to Christ, or if you're not a Christian and you just want to educate them, so they stay, safe and make it through this time. That's God does the picking and choosing, not me. Okay, I don't play God. You start seeing people playing God, and it never works. Okay, Uh, so please look into this information. Okay, have a plan. Have a plan. A real retirement plans with the Lord. Okay, it's troubling times, and these big agencies are talking. Okay, they're not talking in vain. And yeah, they're not letting this stuff out. They let it out a little at a time because they don't want the herd to stampede. So they have their agenda. So me, I have no agenda. The Holy Spirit will take care of that, man. You know, I mean, heck, I mean, uh, I just love us, man. I have children here on this earth. Okay, well, they're his kids. I've had one already go up there. And and I can't lie to you and say, hey, I haven't been in the spirit and been taken and shown things. Okay, I can't do that. I would be phony. So for those people to say, Scott, I wish you wouldn't talk about the Bible and stuff, man. People, I can't be phony with you. I've seen the golden hands open up and had the three messages given to me, with the rolling thunder voice. Uh, you know, I've had the spirit lift me right out of my bed, and man, I was like transparent, man. I saw right through me, like nothing. And man, this holiness, man, wow, and His Spirit, all I could do is fall on my face and say I'm a man of unclean lips. And so if you think you're all that in a bag of chips, man, it's time to take a personal inventory. You know, this is about saving lives. This is about caring. Okay, whether you believe that stuff. See, if you've been through a car crash, then you understand. You're talking to another person who's been through a car crash. They understand. Okay, what you went through and everything else. But if they haven't, then they really don't understand. Okay. So that's why I don't really trip too hard when I tell you, hey man, I have been in the spirit and stuff. If you haven't, then you need to have a common uh, experience for you to understand that. So if you don't understand that, it's okay. Just put it on the shelf. Okay. Look at the science. You know, contempt prior to investigation will leave a man in everlasting ignorance. Okay. So and yeah, he's God. You speak a little slow, man. I've been up for 7 hours already. I mean, Uh, I told you in my last video I was in a head-on collision and stuff, man. And I'm having problems just with my teeth stuff, man. You lose teeth in the front, and it's hard for your tongue to pronounce the words that they used to. I ain't gonna apologize for it, man. I'm too old to be a phony, man. I've been through too much, man. You know. I've stayed with subs that they would go out and get their freak on, whatever, and it was cool, man. They gave me a place to crash. You know, bad subs that they would go burn bud and stuff. I don't, but I love them, man. They're great people. I loved them. I kicked back with them. No problem. I I don't even trip, man. Just be maximum for love today, okay? God is the author and finisher of your faith. Okay, it's not where you start. It's what He sees in you and in the finished product. Okay, so whether you believe that or not, if you don't, well, just put it on the shelf. Look at the science. I'm going to put a couple vids under here, one from Henning and one from this other lady that is doing the Elenin thingy, and you know, think, chew on it for a while. I love you very, very, very much. Okay? You have a good one.